Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So tonight, I want to talk about Dogecoin. I want to talk about how it's going to go to $1. Yes, it's going to go to $1 and possibly beyond. For those of you guys that have no clue about Dogecoin, no clue about why it's going up, no clue why everyone is talking about them, well, this video is for you. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, guys. Lively crowd. People are feeling good today. Not just Dogecoin holders, but everyone. Today is a fantastic day. Today is one of those days you feel like you're in a dream, because you're making so much gains without hitting the weights. Bitcoin is the exception. Bitcoin is still kind of going stagnant. It's still like around 57,000. But if you look at the overall market cap, it just keeps forming a new high, a new high, a new high every single minute, it seems like. Bitcoin dominance is at 45%, but just take a look. I mean, literally everything is in the green, well, almost. And you have some big movers. Even XRP is catching up at 20%, and Cardano and Polkadot above 10%, right? Bitcoin Cash, stellar. I mean, things are insane today. Even EOS and NEO, you know, I mean, Cosmos. I've been talking about Cosmos, right? Just yesterday or day before yesterday, talked about how they were undervalued. Well, guess what? They're up 17% today. And it goes on and on and on and on. So today is a fantastic day. So for those of you guys that's been buying the dips, dollar cost average to hodl, congratulations. But tonight I want to talk about Dogecoin, because this is on everyone's mind. Can Dogecoin continue to go further? And people still correct me. Oh no, George, you're saying it wrong. It's Dogecoin. No, it's Dogecoin. It's not Dogecoin. Just so you guys know. I used to think it's called Dogecoin too, until I realized that's the wrong way to say it. And I'm not the best at pronunciation. Anyways, Dogecoin, can it go any higher? It's at number 4, and it's above $80 billion. Yes, it's above $80 billion. It's gone up 101% for this week, and it's sitting at 63 cents. At this point, I think everyone's anticipating that it will hit $1. All right, so let me give you a rundown why I think it's going to happen. Why a lot of people think, you know, it's going to dump, but I'm going to present another scenario where I'm going to present a scenario that it doesn't dump and it keeps going. So, yeah, better be careful. All right, let's start with Dogecoin. Let's start with the basics. It's at 63 cents, 82 million market cap. One thing that's really helping Dogecoin right now is the number of exchanges that it's on. So whenever I look at like a small cap, a micro cap, I always look at, one of the first things to look at is which exchanges does it belong on, or which exchanges is it traded on, because that's important. Because if people can't buy it, then, you know, it's really not going to pump no matter how good it is. So with Dogecoin, it's pretty much on every single major exchange. But I'm going to get to the one that it's not on yet. Binance, of course. If you want to have pumpability, you want to be on Binance. It's on Binance, Binance.us. It's also on KuCoin, and literally every single other exchange out there. Gate.io, Kraken, FTX, Huobi, Bittrex, even Gemini, you know, Polio Next. I mean, it just like literally like every single exchange has Dogecoin. And of course, outside the traditional exchanges, you have all the millennials and the retail money FOMOing in with Robinhood. Robinhood only offers 3 crypto that you can buy and trade, and one of them happens to be Dogecoin. I think that was the smartest move on their part, because when they first added this, people were like, out of all coins, why would you have Dogecoin? Well, they kind of saw this coming, I think, or it's just blind luck. But, you know, there's so much buying. There's so much buying that it like Robinhood can't even keep up. We know that Robinhood is a widely used app. You know, they had some issues with GameStop and AMC, of course, they beefed up their servers. And even after that, Dogecoin is maxing out what they can handle, maxing out the capacity. This shows you how many people are coming into Dogecoin. Now, why is this happening? Well, there's many, many reasons, but one of the things, or one of the groups that is coming in is, that's not the right article. Where's the article? I don't have the article. But one of the groups that's coming in is Wall Street Bets. You know, it's like the cat is out of the bag. Wall Street Bets, a lot of people are looking for something else. A lot of their members are looking for something else. And it just seems like Wall Street Bets' Reddit group just kind of broke down. You go into it, there's just a lot of people complaining about how there's so much mods and you can't talk stuff. And then the creator shut down threads about crypto, like he feels threatened. I mean, there's just a lot. But the cat's out of bag because people are paying attention to Dogecoin. So they're moving to something that actually could make them a lot more money, and that's Dogecoin. AMC and GameStop, that's just not moving anymore. The whole thing has just basically collapsed. So now they're looking for something else. So that's why they're utilizing something like Robinhood and just getting into Dogecoin. So you have the large number of Wall Street Bets people that's coming in. Not to say that they're the group that we want in crypto, but they have a ton of money and they're coming in, right? And I've always said, it's a perfect marriage, really, if you think about if those people really, really, really wanted to upset the status quo and they really wanted to bring down hedge funds and all the shenanigans that Wall Street is doing. What better way to do it than get into crypto? Crypto is trying to take down the whole financial system, right? Screw the hedge funds. If you want to take down all the banks, the central banks, Wall Street, hedge funds, you want to take down the whole financial industry, you go into crypto. That's why it was created, right? So it just makes a whole lot of sense that a lot of those people that actually want to stand for something or cause change, they will go into crypto, right? So that also, I feel like that's like a perfect transition for them. But anyways, so you have a group of guys like that. And of course, you do have now a lot of big guys that's just saying nothing but good things about Dogecoin. So this is also causing more people to come in outside the Wall Street Bet guys, just like normal investors, normal Joes, average investors. And they're looking at things like this. Mike Novogratz, who used to be very down on Dogecoin, now he's done a 180 and he's saying, well, Dogecoin is a middle finger to the financial system. This is what I just said. Right? If you want to give a middle finger to the financial system, you want to cause change, you want to bring down the whole system, then you get into crypto. But in this case, he's arguing you get into Dogecoin. So you have big prominent people now that are, very bullish on Dogecoin. Not only Mike Novogratz, of course, we know about Elon Musk. He's also bringing in the Tesla crowd, the SpaceX crowd, Elon crowd. He's bringing those groups in because he just seems to be fascinated with Dogecoin. And he keeps talking about it. Every time he talks about it, pumps it up a little more. And more people just keep holding it. And it just never goes down. And of course, he's been doing tweets like this all day long, every day, whenever he gets bored. And of course, he tweeted out that SNL this Saturday, he's going to be the Doge father. So many people are expecting that there's going to be some kind of skit or something about Dogecoin. That's why a lot of people think it's going to go to $1 also. So, of course, you have celebrities or really influential people like Elon that's also talking about it. And you have businessmen like Mark Cuban that have also done a 180. He was saying bananas was better than Bitcoin. Now he's changed that tune, and he likes DeFi, and he likes Ethereum, and now he likes Dogecoin as well. So, I mean, he's tweeting a lot about how Doge, even though it's inflationary, as long as it has utility and people go spend it, it's going to be fine. And it's going to be a really widely adopted crypto, which is why he has opened up Doge payments within the Dallas Mavericks arena. You could buy tickets, you could buy merchandise, and many others are starting to follow, like electronic giant Newegg have followed in his footsteps, and there's restaurants. And I do think Tesla's probably going to follow suit, where you could buy a Tesla with Dogecoin pretty soon, and so forth, right? So Mark Cuban is trying to lead the way. He says the Dallas Mavericks is the biggest vendor for Dogecoin, and he doesn't plan on selling any of it, so he's just collecting all of it too. So, so you have like all groups. You have people that want to make money, like Wall Street bet people. You have people that believe in a cause for change. They're getting in. You have tech people like SpaceX, Tesla, Elon people that are getting in. And you have business people that are also getting in. So this is why it's just like one giant hodgepodge of like people that are coming in. And there's just so much money coming in. That is why Dogecoin is now above $80 billion. That's why I've said after it went above 10 billion, became a big cap, I'm like, that's really, really hard to do. And it's even harder to hold. But after hitting 10 billion, they kept going. 15 billion, 20 billion, 50 billion, now 80 billion. And pretty soon, it's probably going to be at 100 billion. It will get to a dollar. I'm almost certain of that. It will surpass Bitcoin, a Binance coin. I don't know if it's temporarily, but it probably will. And even after that point, I just don't see it's going to drop out of the top 10 anytime soon, or even drop out of top 5 any soon. Even if it hits $1 and it does dump down, let's say after the SNL skit, wherever it finds, like eventually it'll find that support, I think then it just stabilizes and continues upward. So Dogecoin is like, it's like Pandora's box. Once you opened it, it can't be closed anymore. So this is the reason why, and I started this whole segment talking about how you could basically buy Dogecoin everywhere, but because of Robinhood issues, now, other brokerages like eToro also opened up. Of course, Tyler of Gemini also opened up, so you can buy Doge on Gemini. And the one exchange that doesn't have Dogecoin yet, and I know it's going to happen. You guys know which one. I think you guys could guess which one, right? And that is Coinbase. The Coinbase effect has not hit yet. I'm pretty certain. And I'm going to go out on a limb. And say that Coinbase opens up Dogecoin trading possibly as soon as tomorrow or Friday. You know why? Because they want that attention. They want the accounts, right? Imagine if tomorrow Coinbase announces we will be opening Dogecoin trading. Man, that would pump up things even more. So Coinbase effect has not hit. Even though you can buy Dogecoin pretty much everywhere, the one exchange, the biggest exchange in the US, the most recognizable one, does not trade Dogecoin yet. So when that happens, that's going to cause an avalanche of more buying. So wait for it. Everyone is trying to jump in. I have a feeling before this SNL skit, Coinbase may try to add it in. It could be top secret, but I'm just gonna call it. And if they don't, that's fine. It's going to happen sooner or later. It's probably going to happen next week or the week after that. They're talking about it. They're trying to get this going. So that is also like the ace in the hole. The ace card that hasn't been played yet. And I do think that's also coming up. But anyways, outside of all this, that's pretty much it. So that is why Dogecoin is going up. There's so many groups of people that is supporting it, endorsing it, and coming in. You know what? I reached out to Jackson Palmer because he used to be active on YouTube, and he used to be active on social media. He has canceled himself out completely. But I asked him, he's a co-founder of Dogecoin. He hates Dogecoin because he created it for fun, and he was actually creating it to kind of make fun of meme coins. And he never imagined it would grow this big. And I think I read he sold all of his Dogecoin, or he sold all the ones that he mined. I tried to get him on to do exclusive interview, but he wants to stay low key. He wants no part. He does not want to respond. He does not want to talk about Dogecoin, unfortunately. So that's unfortunate. But anyways, that's it. Lastly, I just want to say that, Dogecoin, even though it's gone up so much, I do think it's here to stay, and I think it's irresponsible not to hold some in your big caps portfolio, right? The 50, 25, 25 strategy, the 25% in big caps. I've said that about XRP. I said that about Dogecoin. These two coins are the most pumpable big caps ever. We have seen these go up to the moon, right? We're seeing Dogecoin going up to the moon right now. We have seen XRP go up to the moon. Let's not forget, it was almost at $4 before, right? So it's irresponsible not to have a little bit. And had you guys listen and put some in, you would have made bank, right? So, and I still believe there's more bank to be had with Dogecoin. All right, guys, that is it. I'll turn to you guys for some Q&A. And no, I don't have my blue label today. Ken, you're going to have to figure out. You're going to have to figure out that code. I'll give you a clue tonight. Before I leave, I'll give you a clue. A major, major clue. Jeffrey, appreciate that. Bab, crypto bank from the UK. Yeah, I've seen that before. I'm not sure that's actually... I don't know if people in crypto world really care about working with a licensed bank in the UK. Secret Network, a super underpriced, undervalued privacy coin. Okay, but I'm not a fan of privacy coins, so it could be good, but I'm not a fan of privacy coins at all. Thank you from Australia, your incredible teacher, mate. Appreciate that. I have a big audience base from Australia, so I'm glad to hear it. Recommendations for those who bought in early, whose portfolio is now heavy, 60% weight in Doge. That means you made a lot of money. Sell some and rebalance. Yes. It's important to note that if you're up tremendously, hundreds or thousands of percent, you should take profits. You should take profits. At least, at the very least, take out what you put in, and then start taking profits out on the way up. That way, even if, let's say, for example, Doge just crashes down, crashes 50% next day, you're okay. You don't lose any money, and you still have a lot of gains. So yes, you should figure out, like a profit-taking strategy. Nick, appreciate it. What's your opinion on ETH for the week? I think ETH is fine. I mean, look at it, 28%, 29% for the week. I think it's just fine. It keeps forming new highs above 400 billion, and that gap between Ethereum and Bitcoin is closing, and it's very uncomfortable for me because, I don't think anything will surpass Bitcoin's market cap, but maybe Ethereum proves me wrong. Before you said you're iffy on NKN, they're trying to do much, rather bet on something like that rather than all copycat coins. Well, you can choose to buy NKN, and you could choose to believe in that while not making any money, or you could choose to get in a project that has a lot of network effect, it has a lot of users on them, even though they're copycats, but they're making bank. So you could choose which one you want to do, right? And no one's saying that you can't do both. You don't have to choose one or the other. You can have a little bit of both. That's the point of diversification. That's why I always stress to be diversified with your portfolio. But Senta, thank you. Polkadot is really, they're really kind of lagging behind some of these other big caps. But today I'm glad to see that they're moving a little faster than Cardano for this week. But they've been really stagnant for a while. Ever since they pumped up quite a bit, they kind of just stopped. But you know what? They're still number 8, so not doing bad. If Dogecoin is added to Gemini paid, what do you think that'll mean for Flexa AMP? Since Gemini uses Flexa, spend Doge at Petco would be pretty funny. And honestly, I don't know if that's gonna have any effect. I don't know how many people will actually spend it, but if they can, this goes to a point of what Mark is saying. As long as there's utility for Dogecoin, then it makes it viable. So it could be fantastic. Jacob says, thanks for a super show. Appreciate it. Love both of your channels. I'm glad you're watching. My car channel, Drivers Only 2. I'm new to the market 2 months. I'm wondering your thoughts on ADA and DOT till September. They're big caps for a reason. They have great leaders. They have great followers. People really believe in them. So they're fantastic holds. As long as you follow 50, 25, 25 rule, 25% of your portfolio in big caps, I think you're okay. Stratus is an old project. Old blockchain based on .NET. I honestly thought they would do more with Microsoft, but They haven't. So they're a blockchain that utilizing .NET as their programming language. So they've been around for a while. I think there's just more promising plays. The Doge market cap needs to increase of at least 14 million every day to stay above $1 forever possible. I think you underestimate how many people is coming into the space and how many people are in this space. And plus, you know there's going to be derivatives that's coming out, right? There's going to be leverage and futures and options, and that also helps it. What happens if Doge moves to $10 and you took profit at 180? You could afford to lose it? I say let it ride. No, you could let some ride. You don't have to. When you take profits, I think people confuse. When you take profits, it doesn't mean you have to sell all of it. You could sell half, you could sell 3/4 or whatever, or a quarter or a third. You let the rest ride, you could still bank on it. You know, that way you're just eliminating risk. Of course, you could have made more, but it could also go down too. So that's why if it goes down, you can buy back for lower. So you got to protect yourself. Sidecoin, Referral coin, I don't really know the fundamental differences. I know they're in decentralized storage space. Sidecoin is trying to do what NKN is doing. They're trying to do a decentralized internet. Filecoin is used by many people, many projects. The founder is the guy who invented IPFS, so very smart guy. I've looked in ShopX before. I think they're just too early. They're way too early. They're trying to be a shopping place where you can spend crypto, but it's just too early. There's no adoption right now. It would be cool to make a GoFundMe for the dude that created Dogecoin. It's sad he didn't. He lost out on billions. I mean, not even billions, tens of billions, because he sold everything. He hates it. He hates it. It's sad to see that. You know, it's like it's your baby. You know, how can you just like kick it to the curb? And then what's worse is your baby becomes like Jeff Bezos, and you missed out on all the gains. You know, that's kind of the case. I heard Telcoin was engaging with the Nebraska Legislative Assembly. Okay, Telcoin has been killing it recently. They've been killing it. They've been making a ton of traction. How do you feel about Harmony's newest deal with OIN? They have their own stable coin to back Harmony. Okay, I didn't hear about that. That's good. I mean, I think Harmony doesn't have many different stable coins within their chain, so that could be good. Thoughts on Keep? Yeah, people ask me about Keep. You know, they're backed by like 9 or 10 VCs. You know, they create pockets of privatized data for blockchains, but I just don't. They're not getting any traction. They're not getting traction at all. Finally, time to talk about Treya. Stop ignoring it. It's not the hottest coin. you want to talk about it because you don't want the price to fall. I mean, it's a fine project. There's no need to shill it so much. Everyone is shilling it. You know, when everyone keeps shilling it, that means it's time not to get it, especially with these small caps, because there's groups of people that want you to shill it and pump it up, and that's really not good for these small caps. You wanted to let it grow organically. Because if you're just trying to get a whole bunch of people to FOMO in, what happens when they FOMO out and they FOMO into something else? Well, then it dumps, right? So that's not what you want. If you truly believe it's a good project, let it grow organically. What do you think about EVI? I don't know. It's not even on CMC. It has a pre-sale right now. The world's first what? Decentralized, unbiased crypto asset rating. No. What? Why do you need a token to create ratings? And why do you need AI to create ratings? Sorry, that doesn't make any sense to me. Merchant token. It doesn't show up. They're probably ICO too. You know, to be honest, I don't look at a lot of pre-sales and ICOs and stuff. I like to see the project can actually stand on their own and actually, you know, get traction. E2 Pluto asks, how many percent of your crypto portfolio is in long-term investments, and what's your new time horizon, and how many percent is micro short plays? Almost everything is long-term. Periodically, I make a change here or there, but my portfolio has been pretty rock solid for quite some time. So I'm not taking any profits right now. I think Bitcoin's gonna go a lot higher, but my situation is different than a lot of people. So if you're new in the game, you really should have some cash on the side so that you can buy the dips and also take some profits on along the way. Someone else is trying to show trials. Okay. I think I answered a lot of these already. Tyson Fury tweeted about his NFT. Yes, I heard about that. I don't know how many people really care about Tyson Fury. I would love to see Mike Tyson fight him, though. Do you have a trade group? I don't have a trade group. What about quantum huge consolidation that never ran yet? I have no idea what that means. You're talking about like a quantum computer or something? I don't know what that means. Thorchain. It's kind of like the biggest asset swap kind of protocol. I think they're doing very well. I don't know enough about them to comment beyond that, but I know they're doing very well. People seem to be loving the Gravity DEX testnet on Cosmos right now. Any thoughts on Cosmos? I think Cosmos is really undervalued. I mean, I'm glad today that they're going up, but they have a lot of projects that's built on top of them or utilizing their SDK. IBS is a big one. So I'm glad to see that they're getting into DeFi. I mean, really, like Kava, for example, who used to be my sponsor, they utilize the Cosmos SDK, and they're in that space. They're a whole DeFi ecosystem. They could become the biggest like Cosmos DeFi play, but it seems like a lot of these projects are hesitant about using the IBS, the cross-chain communications tool. If they did, if all these chains connected up, they would be like one huge gigantic, like a Cosmos of chains. But it seems like no one wants to do that for some reason. Everyone wants to become their own chain. Binance Smart Chain is built off the Cosmos SDK too. But you'll never hear anyone say that, we're or anyone from Binance say, we built ourselves from Cosmos. No one wants to admit that. That's the weird thing. How's your YOLO with Bait going? Get me up yet? No. It sounds like you're salty. ShopX is not trying to. It's a Spotify and WooCommerce integration to sell NFTs. That's not. Last time I checked, that was not the. That's not the same ShopX. Okay. I was thinking about shopping. My fault. Yeah. Okay. I'll just say okay to it. Matic 10x potential. It's already at 2 billion, so I don't know if it could go up. I don't know if it could go up that much. Where's Matic? Where's Polygon? I probably missed them. I don't know if it 10x potential, maybe by the end of the year if things are pumping up and we're in full-blown altcoin season. Right now, they need a breather. Could the Doge protocol be changed to have finite amount? They could, but you don't need to. As long as you have more users, that's fine. I mean, a lot of people don't realize a lot of these are inflationary with no set cap. Ethereum right now is like that, right? You could see it. Polkadot's like that. I mean, there's a lot that has no cap. Not Solana's like that. I mean, people don't talk about, hey, Solana or Tron, or EOS or Monero or Terra. They're inflationary. Oh no. People only say about Doge because they don't really understand that most chains are inflationary. They're done so on purpose to reward the miners or stakers, I should say. I love cake. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you guys are giving me super chats about TriIS. So, Chai Network, BAB. I've looked at BAB before. Not a fan. It's just like what is that? I forgot what it is. Yeah, charity. Yeah, they're a charity. You know, I've been getting emails left and right from companies that claim to be charities. Oh, I'm gonna save lions. I'm gonna save owls. I'm gonna save, you know, like some weird thing, you know, with our charity. No, they're not. None of these are. They're all money grabs. There's no charity crypto that is really for charity. They're just saying that, so I don't trust any of them either. B Pro Sleeping Giant. I don't know about Sleeping Giant, but they are. I think they're a good project. I think they could definitely go up. I don't know about a Sleeping Giant though. Doge can't go past $2. Harmony One's the next thing. Hey, like I said at the beginning, you don't have to choose one or the other. Having a diversified portfolio is how you win. Because there's going to be times where some coins move, some coins don't. There's going to be different trends, right? You never know. You don't always have to put all your eggs in one basket. In fact, you shouldn't. You should be diversified. Do I own any Tesla shares? No, I do not. But Tesla shares have been hammered. Wall Street will not let Tesla shares move. It's been stuck in like 600 range for a very, very long time. I haven't seen that. Ever since they bought Bitcoin, it stopped moving. So like Wall Street's like making sure to punish all Bitcoin related companies. Do you think big caps can 50x this bull cycle? They're already too big. They're not going to go 50x. I think a max is 20x, but even at this point, I think that's too far. I think it's the big caps. They're probably going to be like 10x, 10 to 15. I don't see them going past that, which is already fantastic. Miguel, yes. Venus, I think Venus is go. I think Venus is very undervalued. They're the maker DAO of Binance Smart Chain. Does $500 in Telcoin make you rich? No, no. Just invest in a VeChain Smart. Yes. Anytime you buy VeChain, you're doing the right thing. VeChain is very undervalued. Tone is not better than VeChain, but I will say Tone or T Foods, they're doing good. They're doing good, and I see that they're doing stuff with tracking, you know, the COVID vaccine and stuff like that. But they're not in the same league. They're nowhere close. But that doesn't mean that they can't do well. Ugh. What? It doesn't even show up. It doesn't even show up. If it doesn't show up on CMC, don't ask me, please. I've looked at Varsity. I looked at Varsity many times. I'm not a fan of it. I just don't see the potential of it. It's fine. It's a plugin to count real views that can be used on anything. But I just don't see the big deal. I don't. You know, there's so many people that wants to shill Trias, but it's not it's not going anywhere. This is the problem. When you have a small cap like this and everyone is trying to shill it, that means there's problems. There's real problems. So, yeah. I know Arweave was in several big whale wallets. Do you see them gaining traction? Yeah, I like Arweave. I actually invest in their ICO. That's like one of the only ICOs where I made money. You know, they're about creating permaweb, basically, you know, storing all of the web and emails and everything. They have, you know, open ecosystem of dApps, and they're a storage play for Solana. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Super Farm, just not my cup of tea. Just like yield aggregators and stuff, they might be interesting to some. It's not my cup of tea. All right, guys. Liquidity, I have looked at that before. I don't like it. It's just more like it's like a yield aggregator too, I remember. I mean, there's a lot of these like DeFi stuff that I just feel like no one uses. No one uses them. They just think it sounds cool, but it's just too complex and no one gets it. And it's too risky too. So I don't like those kind of projects. Is Solana done? No. I think Solana's going to go a lot more. It's taking a breather right now. All right, guys. That is it. Overall, market is hot. Very, very hot. Bitcoin is still stagnant. Still waiting for Bitcoin to break out. Right now, it's between that 57-ish, 58 to 56. It's hovering in that range. But while we're waiting for Bitcoin to make a new high, altcoins keep making new highs and keep making new highs, and things are just flying. So is Dogecoin going to go to $1? I believe so. Is it going to pump or dump after SNL? I don't know. It could honestly go either way. It's 50-50. It could dump. It could dump hard. But wherever it dumps to, wherever that support is, I think it'll be a true support. I don't think it's going to dump more than where it started, let's say. I do think that's going to find a support, and I do think that it's irresponsible not to hold some in your big cap portfolio. But you know what? There's a lot of people that is coming in. This is why they're above 80 billion. And this is really, really hard. If you think about it, Cardano, right? Think about how many people love Cardano. How many people believe in Charles? And how badly Charles disses Dogecoin, saying that it's going to ruin crypto. Despite all that, there's twice the amount of people that is holding Dogecoin versus Cardano. That shows you how much money and how many people are actually in it. That's really, really, really hard to do. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, have a good one.